If I look a little worse for wear, we just came back from our very first trip to Key West, spent 3 days there, and I know that I'm going to be at least 3 days recovering from that trip. We had considered doing Ireland, but Mrs. Captain has some passport issues, and then we thought about Bangor, Maine, but we decided to do that in the fall when the leaves were changing. Key West is a quick 45-minute flight from our favorite airport here, and so we hopped on down there for 2 nights and 3 days and just got home a couple hours ago. My expectation for the whiskey scene in Key West as far as liquor stores go is that it would have the usual low and mid-tier bottles with a smattering of the good stuff at inflated island prices. And I was correct. I went to 3 liquor stores, seeing what they had, and the usual suspects, all like the Buffalo Trace and the Blanton's and E.H. Taylor's and all that sort of stuff. But I came across one of the bottles that I lost in Hurricane Helene last year and that I've been missing the most, and I was happy to replace it, though this is a different batch. This has been sitting in the glass for just about 15 minutes now. I just popped the top a bit ago. We're going to do just a very quick first look. What are my first impressions on this batch? And then I'm going to go take an Advil and watch the highlights from the F1 qualifying in Miami. Let's do the specs and stats and then get to it. You know, all of Jack Daniel's products, or most of them, they pretty much distill the same whiskey. And it's what they do with the whiskey after they distill it that determines which bottle it goes into. This specific whiskey here, it was aged for 12 years, bottled at 107 proof, and this is batch 3 of Jack Daniel's Tennessee Whiskey, 12 years old. MSRP is $95, and because I was in Key West, I paid $125 for this bottle. You know what? I'm okay with that. I do really try and hold things to MSRP these days, but every now and again you find this bottle and you just gotta pick it up. I missed out on this a couple times here locally, even at MSRP. It's just a very difficult bottle. One of the local stores here announced that they had some Jack Daniel's 10, 12, and 14 year for sale at MSRP on their Facebook page, and they were sold out in 15 minutes. I mean, you had to have been sitting at the bar at that store when they released it to get one of their bottles. That's just how, to me, at or close to MSRP, this isn't an impossible find. All right, let's get to it, guys. Like I said, it's going to be as short as video as I can do. Smells nice. Sweet, but not overly, overpoweringly, cloyingly sweet. It's just a nice sweetness. Banana bread. Some spice. Some oakiness. I think it is a nice smell. It smells dark and it smells rich. I mean, it looks nice. It's Jack Daniel's 12 year. I will say I did pass on the 14 year on the island over there. It was quite a bit more, and I was really happy to just replace my 12 year and have it here with me. Cheers, guys. Wow, it's a nice mouthfeel. It's rich and viscous. It's coming at you with that sweetness, that banana sweetness, but over top of that, immediately there's some cinnamon spice there. It's a bit oaky. I think the sweetness almost immediately gets overrun by that spicy, that age and that sweetness that I usually associate with Jack Daniel's. More of a loud banana note, some sweetness with some little bit of spice to it. I feel like this one, the sweetness and the banana notes a little tamped down, and there's more of that oakiness and that age and that spicy context to it. There's almost no sweetness on that second pour. Just more of that cinnamon, some spice, some oakiness. I would say it's a bit astringent in that it's kind of bringing it through there, and it's a bit drying is what I'm saying. I think astringent is the right word. It's just kind of drying to me. There's a bit of a cola note in there. So a little bit of sweetness, a little tamp down that banana note, some spice, some oakiness. It's drying. It does have a really nice, rich mouthfeel. Again, there's that banana, and there's like a sweet sugary note or in there, but it's just really underlying. It's not really balancing out very well the dryness of the whiskey. Personally, I tend to prefer drier whiskeys, the rye and the spicy components and things like that. Though I do enjoy a nice sweet whiskey. I mean, I've had those Penelope, all of their Cooper series, and even the regular Jack Daniels with the Reserve Double Oaked and things like that. It's more of that roundness to it. In other words, the sweetness complements the dryness or the spiciness, and they kind of work together and marry together to make just a really great whiskey. This definitely leans towards more the drier side. When I think about the batch 1, so the 12 year that I lost in the storm, it was the batch 1 of the 12 year. And I thought that was a fantastic pour. And I probably was about halfway through the bottle, and then I had to throw it away after the storm. I feel like that was probably more balanced, if I can remember correctly. And it's been a little while since I've had a pour of that. But I feel like it had more of that sweetness and balance kind of working together. And this kind of just tamps it down some. I still think it's a nice pour. I think the mouthfeel is great. The richness is there. It shows that age and that proof. I think a lot of times, like as I was bringing this home, I was wondering how this was going to compare kind of to the Woodford Reserve Double Oaked that people were really excited for, and then it just kind of fell flat nationwide. It just didn't live up to expectations, and I think part of that was the price point, and part of that was the proof. Like, why don't they just raise the proof a little bit? I think Jack Daniel's I think this is a really nice pour, and I'm excited to get deeper into the bottle and see how it is. This is just my first look, my first impression of this. So is it going to open up a little more after a bit of time? Maybe I'm even going to add some water to it and try it like that and see what I think about it, and even just have it open longer and see what happens. But I think these guys are doing really good. I think, and I do know people who are like, Jack Daniels, I don't drink that Tennessee sour mash. And I think a lot of people dismiss these larger distilleries because all they associate with them is their base bottom shelf, if you will, products like Old No. 7. And I really think that the Jack Daniels, man, I really enjoy their products. You get beyond Old No. 7 into their other lines. I think they're doing great things. I was talking to Mrs. Captain earlier, and I regret now not having ponied up what they were asking for that 14-year in Key West. But I'm happy to have this bottle. I'm excited to get into it farther. I'd love to know what your thoughts are on the batch 3 of the Jack Daniels. Have you had one? You're looking for one? Have you had a pour? How does it compare to batch 2, which I've never had? I do think batch 1 was just fantastic. I'm not sure this lives up to that one, but I'm still happy to have it. Would love to know what your thoughts are, guys. So I'm going to go watch some F1 right now. Just go relax on the couch. If you've enjoyed the video, like it, subscribe to see more of my content. Again, I talk about whiskey and books. But for now, my friends, I hope you're reading something good and drinking something great and wear that damn hat. Cheers.